As that faint and triumphant music in the distance grows ever louder, we can be assured that we are back in Walt Disney World. That's right, explorers, today we are in Epcot and we got a lot to check in on, so come explore with me. We're here to partake in the Festival of the Arts celebration here at Epcot, but also, for the first time ever, to gaze upon the brand new fountain at the entrance. So, let's do that. It is wonderful. Ever since we've been coming to Epcot, those walls have been up. They had just taken the Leave a Legacy things down, and so now this space is fully open and alive, and your eyes are just drawn to that beautiful fountain in the center. You know me, I'm a fan of water features, and I'm a fan of water features in Epcot. I love it. I really love it. I love finally being able to see it, to walk right up close to it. I love how it harkens back to an Epcot that I'll always love, even though I never truly got to experience it. I know that this was one of the first official additions to what would have been the Epcot overhaul while that was still gung-ho. I can only hope that the feelings and the energy that's been put into this fountain sort of is echoed in all the other new additions that are coming to Epcot in the not too distant future and in the far off future, because this is what the middle of Future World still looks like. Still so weird to see these buildings become less and less. It's hollow now. It's not long for this world. What will replace it? Hard to say, but for sure, sort of right in this area will be the new Journey of Water attraction featuring Moana, and they're sort of already slightly teasing it, as you can see right here. And while a brand new water feature is certainly reason enough to come and stop at Epcot, we're also here to partake in the Festival of the Arts, which has begun only recently. So let's go stroke our chins and ponder on some Disney-esque Epcot art. First up, we have some very vivid chalk drawings. These are pretty good, but they don't quite match the high degree of our good friend Bert the Screever from London. They're nice, but I don't really have the desire to jump inside of them. One of the first things I do every single time I step into the World Showcase is come right here to this little balcony surveying the World Showcase Lagoon here. I just like to come and take it all in, see all that's offered, and make a decision as to what I am going to tackle first. But I'm going to admit, it's a little bit different this time because there is a brand new addition to the World Showcase Lagoon. And it's kind of hard to miss. This, of course, is one of the brand new Harmonious barges, one of, I believe, 4 that are going to be installed for the brand new Nighttime Spectacular that is set to debut at some point this year, I believe. There's going to be 4 more of these big, huge LED screens, plus an even bigger, taller 6-story one that's going to be right in the center there, sort of obscuring our view of the American Adventure. Disney is supposedly going to disguise these by dressing them up as fountains during the day. It's going to be awesome for the show, but as far as the rest of the day, I'm very curious to see how it's going to work as a fountain, because I think that's still going to be pretty hard to obscure, and it is going to greatly affect the skyline of the World Showcase. I am very excited for Harmonious, and I'm excited to see how these work during the day when everything is set and installed. From what we've heard so far, this show, this spectacular, is sure to be exactly that. Spectacular, amazing, triumphant, illuminating. Too soon? As you can see, those are full-size humans there. This thing is big. And look at that. The boat is leaving them there to fend for themselves. I don't know officially if this is a take on Pluto, but if it is, this art is the best art of all the art. And while there is no official opening date yet, it is clear we are getting closer and closer to the arrival of Remy's Ratatouille adventure. This, of course, the walkway down to the extension, a little more eccentric and fanciful version of Paris. Of course, there is a surefire way to see what's exactly going on behind the scenes here, where they are grooming, prepping, and getting ready Remy's Ratatouille adventure, and that's by going up into the sky. Liner, that is, although it does look a little motionless for what we need to do, but I think those purple and yellow cars right there are getting quite the glimpse right now. This is actually my first time back on the Skyliner since the closure, so that's pretty exciting too. And we are off. Oh man, I have missed the Skyliner. I could have done this sooner, but I don't know why I didn't, because I love it here.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Epcot International Gateway.
I don't miss that.
We're flying
Look
to...
at that.
We hope you enjoyed your visit to Epcot and World Showcase.
Cool lighting fixtures and stuff down there. And of course we got the signage up now. A lot of busy work going on down there. I think they're just fine-tuning and detailing. It's pretty exciting. And those guys, there's a show building. They know what the inside looks like. That person in black right there, they know exactly what it looks like on the inside. This is great.
We hope you are enjoying your journey on the most magical flight on Earth.
I was, but I wanted to do it in silence.
To drive.
Goodness. The Skyliner is certainly awesome, but the views from the ground are pretty great as well. It's gonna be pretty awesome in there.
Thank you for flying with us.
We got Mowgli and Baloo, but they're not in the jungle. They're at Typhoon Lagoon. That is really living. We got this guy here checking out the barge, but also this Darkwing Duck is represented right here. Majestically, I must say. Looks like Maurice has built an automaton drawer here, depicting his daughter Belle. We have stepped inside the World Showplace, and it is a bit more lively in here than I remember last. Looks like we've got some performance going on the stage. This guy is clearly an extraterrestrial because no human can do what this guy's doing. Bodies aren't supposed to stretch like that. They just aren't. What is happening? There's zero gravity on that stage. Zero. A lot more exhibits here inside the World Showplace. Looks like right here we got some Walt and Mickey inspired art. See, that's nice. This is stuff I can get behind. That's wonderful. Just wonderful. It's wonderful. Actually, this art is the best art of all the art. Thank you, Heather Edwards, that this is now in our brain. This is wonderful. Basically, just adding a touch of realism to the animated classics we love. Heather Edwards. Fan art and art like that, that's the kind of art that really speaks to me. It's the art that I'd want to hang up, art I can get behind. And it does look like if you can't hold out for the ride, you can get Remy's Ratatouille right here in the World Showplace. And as can be clearly seen, the monorail transit from the Magic Kingdom to the Epcot and back is still not operational. Now this is presumably just a cost-saving measure at the moment. There's just no value in running the monorail right now, especially with park hopping just slowly being weaseled back in. And you gotta remember, the Magic Kingdom monorail is operating sort of double the amount just due to social distancing. And so a lot of that cost that they're saving here is actually just being spent over at the Magic Kingdom monorail. I think it's gonna be a little bit before we see this monorail going back and forth again, but when it does, I'm gonna be excited because I miss this method of transit. And it could also very well be Disney just not wanting people to get a better look into the crater, the pit, of what's happening in the center of Future World right now. This guy doesn't even put the prices next to his art. And that's how you know we do not belong in here. And while it may seem like nothing is going on over here by Mission Space, we can see that Space 220 restaurant may be opening sooner rather than later. You can see the signage covered up by the elegant trash bag right now, but underneath that is the signage. And hopefully after many delays, we'll be walking underneath those doors very soon. But since we're here, should we go on a mission? I'm feeling like a green mission today. Never forget.
Attention astronaut candidates. If you are uncertain whether Orange Team more intense training is right for you.
Beginning pre-flight status report. We are go. Mission guided.
Oh yeah, it's go time. It's go time. We're going to the stars! Alright, what's my assignment?
Pilot, initiate first stage separation. Now.
I did it! We're in space! We are in space!
Commander, initiate flight sequence. Initiated.
Look at all the space!
Thrusters to adjust pitch.
There's so much space out here. Wow. Pretty.
The space station should be coming into view.
I see it!
And we've got reports of a storm brewing over the Gobi Desert.
This is like a higher altitude soaring.
Himalayas, you should have a gorgeous night view of India. Tonight, there's a spectacular northern light show on your horizon. Storm zone directly in the landing path.
Oh,
Listen
right.
up, team. Change of
Bright
plans.
sun.
It's going to be now. Computer override. Initiated.
I did it.
Navigator, initiate descent. Now.
Wait, I don't have a navigator! I don't have a pilot! It's raining! It's gonna be slick! Pull back! I'm pulling! I'm pulling back! Whoa!
Mission accomplished. Good work, team.
Great work, team. Great work, team.
To the astronaut.
It does look like they're finally closing in the open area that was the Universe of Energy Pavilion, as we can see the framing coming forth. And we can also see this sort of gray cube in front of everything, and I believe that's where they're going to be building the replica of the Guardian ship that we can see in the concept art, so that's going to be pretty cool. Honestly, if they're already going to start, you know, building the spaceship or getting ready to, I think this front facade is actually going to speed along pretty quickly. Well, I think that's going to do it for our Epcot check-in today. We got a lot more adventures on the way, so make sure you're here with us when we do. And until next time, we'll see you in the happy place. Bye.